The chief economist of National Association of Realtors put out a projection that the median price of a home is going to be $1 million in 25 years. So on the 275th birthday, the projection from this one chief economist is that U.S. single-family homes will be $1 million. If we go back in time now, 250 years, the 1776, Brian, what could you get land for?
Yeah. Do you want to take a guess before I give you the numbers? You haven't seen them yet.
So just knowing what prices were, just going back to like the 80s and looking at that and those prices, I gotta say it was pretty cheap. It was maybe like maybe a bag of corn and a couple $100. I mean, it's like, it couldn't have been much. So
you're on the right track. So it was interesting. So I asked ChatGPT, I was like, how much was the median home price? And it came back and said
there were no homes.
Most people build their own homes.
Yeah.
So you would just buy a parcel of land and then you would build your own homes. I guess everybody was a carpenter back in the day or had the skills to do that. So then they said, well, it was interesting. They said it depends if it was in a rural area or if it was in the town. So even back in 1776, location for real estate. But they said in Connecticut, a rural parcel of land, which I got to imagine we're talking about maybe like 5 to 10 acres in a place like North Guilford, away from the green, or like a East Haddam type place, was £2 sterling, which in modern US dollars, $20.
$20. Okay.
$20.
Yeah. What did I say? A couple hundred and a bag of corn. So
yeah.
I was way high.
Yeah. So 10 times less than you were guessing.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets interesting too. So then I did a little math and I said, all right, well, how many more times so I took a guess. I think this is conservative. I said, okay, so if a parcel of just land in a rural area is worth $300,000 today, for example, how much more valuable is it now than it was in 1776, 250 years ago? 15,000 times more valuable. And I said, well, that sounds like a lot. How many times has it doubled since over 250 years? Because we were talking about that on the show last week. $1 million median home price is a little bit more than double what it is now. And so we're talking about how long does it take for something to double. So it doubled. This $20 piece of land that you could get in North Guilford, Connecticut, 1776, right when the redcoats were coming through, they're firing muskets. You got your $20 piece of land. It's doubled about 14 times. So even though it's 15,000 times more valuable, it's only doubled in value 14 times. So if you think about it, it started out at $20. Now, obviously, it's not exactly the same, but if we assume a constant rate of annual appreciation, it actually works out to be about 3.92% per year, just under 4%.
Yeah, that's about the
you
number.
Start at $20. 1794, it's worth $40. 1812, it's worth $80. 1830, it doubles to $160. 1848 doubles to $320. 1866, it doubles to $640. 1884, you're finally over $1,000. So 1884, it's $1280. 1902, it's up to $2,500. 1920, it doubles again to $5,000. 1938 to $10,000. 1956 to $20,000. And this is where you get to see like the power of compounding interest here. 1774, it doubles to $40,000. 1992, it doubles to $80,000. 2010, it doubles to $163,000. 2026, it doubles to $300,000. So not too far fetched that in another 18 years, it will probably double again.
Yeah, and that's with a 25. I mean, this is all the chief economist did. I mean, by the way, the NAR chief economist, he's paid by realtors, so don't get upset listening. Well, who is this guy making all this money? He's making like $900,000 a year.
To say real estate will probably keep going up in value like it always has.
To do what Brian Skelly just did with ChatGPT and,
as I'm driving around in my car.
Probably a couple margaritas or something. So, well, hopefully not if you're driving in your car.
Yeah.
But
no, if you're hiring, you can hire me for $900,000 a year. I'll do this.
Yeah, the median list price, U.S. or median home price, right around $430,000. By the way, here in Connecticut, numbers are out. We're at the highest median sales price for single family homes we've ever been and we've got the whole first 6 months of the year logged in. We're at 475,000. So we're well above the national median. So a double up for us in 18 years does look like the median home price being 950,000.
That tracks.
So being at 475,000 today, 18 years from now. But all this chief economist did was do what you just did, and is like, okay, well, if we're a double up from 430 in about 18 years, 860, how long does it then take to get to crack $1 million? He came up with this 25-year mark. America 275 $1 million homes only as the median value. But
yeah, another 18 years will be 2 million. Another 18 years will be 4 million.
When's the best time to buy real estate? Probably yesterday.
30 years ago.
The day before that, or
time.
30 years before that. And the second best time probably is today.